Hi everyone, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator from Hamilton, Ohio. I'm here to bring you a card little class of, let me get it right, stack, cut, and shuffle. Okay, that's what it's called. It's some cards we're going to do, and to make 3 cards out of 3 pieces of DSP, that's cut 3 3/4 by 6. And it's going to be very simple to do, so I am going to do that. But first I want to tell you that Stampin' Up! Has released their last chance list out of the mini catalog that's for the holidays, and that right now that's going off the end of December. The retiring stuff, there's a list for that and a list for the carryover stuff. So they are carrying over quite a bit. Unfortunately, they're getting rid of a lot. So, if you have stuff on your wish list, you may want to get a hold of that. I'm going to be putting it up on my Facebook group, which is called Stamp Crazy VIP, which is also a group where you can get the PDFs to all the cards that I make and things like that. So that's upcoming, and you'll want to look at that because it's only while supplies last. They won't be getting any of these items back in again. So that's on the last chance list, and some of them's on sale, not all of them. In fact, a lot of them are not on sale, but they do have sales, and I think they have like 1 or 2 items that's like up to 60% off. So, you know, you may want to look at that and see what's going on there and see if there's anything that you like that you need to do. And if that's the case, I would love to have you order from me right now. If you place a $35 order with me using my host code, I will send you a little card kit to make 4 Christmas cards, and and that's free. I send it to you. When you order with the host code, I get a confirmation, and that way I'll have your address and that, and I can just mail that to you. So, and that ends the end of November. So, you have basically another week to do that. So just wanted to let you know that. I think I want to turn the camera down so we can get started on these cards, and I'll show them to you. They're really quick, and you make 3 cards at one time, which makes it nice, especially if you haven't started your Christmas cards yet and you need to get those done. This is a good way to do it. You can use up some of that Christmas DSP that you bought that's going to be sitting around after Christmas, so you might as well use it up and get you some cards made. So let's turn our camera around. There we go. Now we'll go down, and there's the cards, and I'm going to make sure that I'm in focus on my computer here, because I get out of focus so much because I don't pay attention to what I'm doing. There we go. These are the 3 cards we're going to make. We're going to use the Beary Cute 12 by 12 DSP. I picked that one because I haven't used it much, and I wanted to do that. I do have my PDF over on my Facebook page, or Facebook group, Stamp Crazy VIP. I have some cards. I have templates made in case you would want to just cut a template apart and use it, which is a good way to go. And this has all the supplies, and it has the directions. So we do have that. Here's what the templates look like. They are just like this. And I made a couple different ones because you don't have to cut them all the same way. Very easy. We are actually going to cut ours tonight, which probably won't look like either one of those templates. I don't know. So here's our cards. So let's move these out of the way, and we're going to get started. I did use for my sentiments the Stars at Night. I used the Merry Christmas and wishing you the best and brightest holiday season. That is on the inside of the card right here. And then I have a little piece of DSP that matches the outside. So let's get started. Here is my host code. If you'd like to take a screenshot of that in case you would like to order from me, I would surely appreciate that very much. And let me get my papers. They're behind me, so I wouldn't lose them. I have them behind me. I will tell you the sizes of these and what all we used. So we've got 3 card bases out of the Misty Moonlight. It's cut 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So we have 3 of those. We have 3 pieces cut 5 1/4 by 4, and that is for the outside of our card here. We have 3 pieces cut 5 by 3 3/4, and that's for the inside of our card. We have 3 decorative circle punches, which is this punch right here. And I just cut 3 of those out that we are going to be using. We're going to be using the red ribbon out of the red and green ribbon combo pack. So we have this right here. And we're going to be using some basic rhinestones, jewels, and we're going to be coloring those with Stampin' Blends. So that's what we have. So let's bring in the paper trimmer for right now, because we need to cut this paper, okay? This is cut 3 3/4 by 6. I need 3 3/4 by 5, so I'm going to cut 1 inch off of that. And the reason why it's cut by 6 is because your 12 by 12 paper, you can cut it into 4s, so you have 4 pieces 6 by 6, and then you can use your 3/4 inch. You get 1 2 3 6. You get 1 2 3 4 3. You get 12 cards out of a out of 3 sheets of paper. So I'm going to cut this at 1 inch, and this 1 inch is going to be what goes on the inside of our card. So I'm going to lay that up with my supplies there. Now we're going to cut our stack and shuffle, which I put this at 3/4 of an inch, and this at, I use like the 3rd mark over here. This is for my first one. The rest of them I don't really measure. That goes like this, and actually I think I'm going to put it at the 1 inch and make it just a little bit narrower. You can do that. So we're going to bring that down. We're going to cut all 3 pieces of DSP at the same time. So this is our one side of our paper. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to cut the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this and I'm going to turn it this way. And I just kind of play with what I think what I want it to look like. So I'm going to bring this over here to about the between the 1 1/4, 1 1/2 inch. And this at the 1/4 inch. I think that's what I want. Or do I? And you can play with it. There we go. And then I'm going to cut that. So I have a bigger piece here and a smaller piece here. Not like what I had on my other card, but that's okay. They all can be so much different than each other, which is what I like about this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to lay these 3 out, my 3 biggest pieces. So now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to, so that no pieces are the same on each card. And then I will take and put this like this. And I have my 3 cards here are out and ready for us to do. So let's take our 5 1/4 by 4 inch pieces that I laid right over here. That is this. And we're going to glue these on, okay? So I'll start with one set at a time. I am going to use my Tombow, the green glue bottle, or the green and white bottle, but I have it in a little, I don't use as much glue if I use this little bottle, because for one thing it comes out thinner, and I just don't feel like I use as much. I haven't been buying as much, I know that. So I'm just going to put that and I haven't put it down yet because I want to make sure I have it exactly how I need it. Then I'm going to press that one down. And then I'm going to bring in the other piece, which is going to go right here. So I do my two sides first before I do my middle. I got that one really narrow down there, but that's okay. So we're going to turn that over. That's going to go right here. So I cut this 5 1/4 by 4, and the reason being my very vanilla cardstock, because I wanted to make sure that I had room in between to make it look like it's been matted. And then this one is going to go down here, okay? And that is going to be our first one. And the reason why I like to use the liquid glue anyway, but especially this so I can get to the tips of the paper. I'm going to turn this all the way around so I can match this end up right down here. Need to move it over a little bit. Well, it's not cooperating with me, is it? So I put one side down, I want to pick this one up, and that's going to be my easier way to do it. There we go. So we have one done. We'll put that to the side. We'll take another. We'll go ahead, we're going to do all 3 cards, just so you can see how quick they go. So let's add the glue. I think you take more time adding your glue than you do anything else. And I really like this berry paper for this. Like I said, I used it because I picked the Christmas paper I had the most of at the time. And used it because I thought, you know, I might as well get rid of some of this. So what better way to make some extra Christmas cards? And we'll put in this. It's such a cute paper. And it goes with so many colors. It's a lot of different colors in it. Okay, there's 2. One more. See how fast they go? But you don't even have to do this for Christmas. If you have your Christmas cards made, you could do any type of card that you wanted. If you need to make a lot of Valentine's cards, a lot of the reds and the pinks, and that would be really, really cute to do. Spring cards, just picking out spring colors if you're wanting to take the winter away and just work on spring stuff. You could do that and have fun with that. There's just so much you could do and just have so much fun with it. Have a lot of fun with these type of cards. Let's do our last one with the trees. You could actually do the scenery paper like this piece that's got the scenes and just use all the scenes and put it back together in order. Make sure you put it in order though as you've cut it, and do something like that. Like I said, there's so much you can do. Okay, we have all 3 done. So there they are. There's our 3 pieces. Now we're going to bring our ribbon in. What I'm going to do is just lay this across, and we're going to, I kind of center it a little bit. So I'm going to bring that in, and I'm going to bring my Stampin' Seal in, and I'm just going to add a little bit of Stampin' Seal. I'm going to make sure I have that kind of straight. Lay it back down. Well, and I have a hard time with, I don't know, I don't have a hard time with the Stampin' Seal Plus, but Stampin' Seal gives me fits. Don't really have the knack for it or something. So there's one. Let's go ahead and do all three. I dropped my scissors. Not a good thing, especially when you're barefooted. And so let's put this down. Well, okay. Put that one down. Bring this one across. And we'll do one more. These are just really fun cards to do. You know, when you want to work on cards, but you don't want to do anything really has a lot of thought and stuff to it. You just want to do something simple and be creative. This is the kind of card to do. So there we go. We have all three of them with the ribbon on it. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in our card bases. And I am going to fold each one of those really quick. And like I said, this is the Misty Moonlight because I thought it brought out the blues in the one paper. I really liked the blues. I need to scoot my camera down just a hair here, because I feel like I'm getting out of camera. I'm working really close to me, I guess. So now what we're going to do, we have all four of our card bases. They're all turned the same way. I'm going to turn these over. And what I'm going to do with those is I'm going to take Stampin' Dimensionals, and I am going to pop this part up. I didn't do that in my video this morning. I meant to. So my Facebook Live does not have popped up parts like this one will. But it both looks okay. I've done them both ways, so I mean, I like to pop things up, I guess. I like to use those dimensionals. And if you notice, I'm putting these on the ends of the ribbon just to help reinforce them staying. So there we go. We have all of those done. So let's remove our stickers. Little pieces. So we're going to make sure you get all of them off. And I'm going to take them and stick it on and then I'm just going to bring it to the card. And add that. I'll move that one out of the way. We'll take the stickers off of this one. I'm going to have little dimensional dots all over my floor. You mean to put all of them in the garbage can and then half of them end up on the floor because it doesn't flick off of your finger right. So there's that one. Let's do this last one. We are almost done. Isn't that amazing how fast they go? That's why I said if you have a lot of cards you still need to make that you want to make for Christmas, you haven't got them made and you thought, oh, it's going to take me too long, this might be your go-to card. Because it just is really simple. Okay, we did that. Now let's bring in our three decorative circles. We're going to bring in the Merry Christmas and the Misty Moonlight ink. This is a new ink pad, so I have time. It's still kind of hard to push. So we're going to just stamp down. There we go. Stamp down, put even pressure on that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my 5 by 3 3/4 inch pieces here, and I'm going to stamp my inside of each one of those, and I'm going to stamp it towards the top so that I have room to write. I always like to write something in my cards, usually. Whoops. Whoa. So there is that's all the stamping we're doing. So now let's go ahead and we're going to turn these over because we are also going to put dimensionals on these. I was in a dimensional mood. Sometimes you just got to do that, you know? Pop everything up. I like dimension on my cards. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull off all of these. Got glue on my finger. So I'm going to pull all these off at one time. Since they're small, I won't set anything down on them, I hope. Okay, we have all of that done, so I'll bring each card in. As soon as I get all that. And I'm just going to bring these in and put my Merry Christmas on here. There's one. We'll bring this one in. Here's two. And then here is three. So those are on. Now let's bring in, well, what we'll do first, so we're going to bring this in. I hope I cut this right. Yeah. We're going to, it's 1, 2, 1. I gotta make sure I'm getting what I'm gonna put that one and that one. No. That one's gonna have to go that way, then that one, and then this one. Here we go. We got it. I wanna make sure I have one of each. Which it really doesn't matter. It's the inside of the card. It's not gonna go the same person. But I just feel like that finishes my card out some. Just like the way it finishes my card. Whoa. I like this little Christmas tree paper. I think it's so cute. And I tell you what, when I first did my first set of these, and I was putting my insides on the inside. What I did, whatever my biggest piece was over here, that's the piece I put on the inside. So that one would match that one, that matches that one, and that matches that one. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these in. And then we're going to put a bow on the front and an embellishment. And then we are going to be done with that. So there's that one. I really hope you like these cards. I think I'm going to change how I do my YouTube videos. I think I'm going to be going to maybe using a thing called StreamYard, where I can do my Facebook video for my group, my business page, and my YouTube all at one time. So it'll be more of a live post. I'm not sure when that's going to happen or if it's going to happen, but I know some people don't like all the chitter chatter and talk, which, you know, sometimes I don't either, but it saves me a whole lot of time instead of making all these extra videos of the same thing. And you can always watch the replay and fast forward through chatter if you would like to. So I was just wanting to give you a heads up about that. Thought I had an extra red bow made. Here it is. So I only have to make 2 bows. So I'm going to take and make 2 bows real quick. I had people in my Facebook Live video today ask me how I made my bows because they lay flat. And because I like a nice flat bow. I don't like it to be real flimsy. And I like both of my tails to be down at the end. So there's 2 bows, since I already had 1 bow made. And how I do this is I leave a tail and hold this between my forefinger and my thumb. I wrap this around my thumb and I catch it with my forefinger, my index finger. And when I bring it around, I then catch that under my thumb so I can hold it down. And I'll bring my loop up over the loop that was over my thumb, up over the left loop, and then I just pull it till I get my bow kind of the size I want, then pull it tight so that it doesn't come undone. And there you have a little bow, and it will lay flat. So there you go. So I'm going to bring in, if I can find, here's what I did with them, my glue dots. That's how I like to put my ribbons on. And I'll just put a glue dot on the back. And I'm going to put that just at an angle there. My bow. There's one. Let's get the other. Forgot one up here. We'll use it. There is 2. And now let's do the third one. That one didn't want to come off. And 3. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to take some of the dots. I'm trying to use some of these bigger, well, they're not real big, real huge, but some of these leftover dots I have, like this size, and use them up. So this was actually even the bigger ones. So I'm going to color with all three. I'm going to do 3 in red, 3 dots. It'll be for 1 card. I'll do 1 card in green. And then I'll do 1 card in, whoops. I have a glue dot stuck on my stamping blend. How that got there, I have no idea. But it doesn't really matter. Okay. So now I'm going to close my glue up. I don't need it anymore. Get my pick tool out, and I'll put my red, and these are the little bit bigger rhinestones, but that's okay. So there's 1 card with them. And I don't think it matters which size you use. I mean, you know, it's not going to the same person, so. There's another one. Now let's use the ones I did in blue. I'm going to get rid of all these extra little pieces of and there's the 3rd one. So there we did, and look, I got rid of 1 little piece of paper here. I could throw it away, yay. I'm trying to dwindle this down. It was so full of odds and ends. But here's the 3 cards that we made right here. Aren't they cute? So we did that in probably 35 minutes. So you can't beat that for making some Christmas cards or cards when you're in a hurry, you know, in general. So anyway, we have that done. Remember that my PDF, if you would like that, is over on my Facebook page, Stamp Crazy VIP. All of this information is below the video under the directions and stuff. And just hit the see more, and it'll have the links to the different things that I have. Here is my host code if you would like to order from me, and a $35 order will get you a free kit. I'm sorry I do not have my Christmas cards here because I have cards in a farm market in town, and I went Saturday, so I gathered up all my Christmas cards that I had been making and took to there. So I'm really sorry about that, but you would get a free kit you would get the PDF directions with the picture of the card and everything to make. And that is on, if you have a $35 order or more and you use my host code. And that will be the verification that you want the card kit, and with that, it should have your address on it, and I will send that card kit out to you when I get your order. And that is about all I have to say today. I hope you have if you're in the United States, I hope you have a very nice Thanksgiving. And, you know, be sure to reflect on that and think about what you're thankful for and what you have to be thankful for. And that's what Thanksgiving is about. We need to count our blessings and not look at all the negative stuff. And I know we all have blessings, so just do that. And I hope you have a very nice Thanksgiving, and I hope you get to be with family and friends or whatever it is that you do. Thank you, and you guys have a great night or day, whatever time you're watching this. Bye.